In any projection system, we can determine the center point of a rectangle by drawing two diagonals. Diagonals are especially useful for subdividing and extending depth measurements in perspective. Two diagonals crossing a rectangular plane in perspective intersect at the exact center of the plane. A line drawn through this midpoint, parallel to the vertical edges, divides the plane into two equal depths. A line drawn through this midpoint, parallel to the top and bottom edges and converging at the same vanishing point, subdivides the rectangle into four equal parts. Finding the center of a face of a rectangular volume also helps us develop a variety of derivative geometric forms, such as the pyramid and cone. To subdivide a rectangle into an odd number of equal parts, its forward edge must be parallel to the picture plane so that it can be used as a measuring line. On this forward edge, mark off the subdivisions to be made in the depth of the perspective. From each of the points, draw parallel lines which converge at the same vanishing point as the sides of the plane. Draw a single diagonal. Where this diagonal crosses the receding lines, draw lines parallel to the forward edge. These lines mark off the desired spaces which diminish as they recede in perspective. Any rectangle can be subdivided in this manner as long as one set of edges is parallel to the picture plane. If the forward edge of a rectangular plane is parallel to the picture plane, we can duplicate its depth in perspective. First, use a pair of diagonals to establish the midpoint of the rear edge opposite the forward edge of the rectangle. Extend a diagonal from a forward corner through this midpoint to meet an extended side of the rectangle. From this point, draw a line parallel to the forward edge. The distance from the first to the second edge is equal to the distance from the second to the third edge. Repeat this procedure to produce the desired number of equal spaces in the depth of a perspective. This is especially useful when drawing any architectural construction which utilizes repeating spaces, such as the colonnades of a pergola. The circle is the essential basis for drawing cylinders, arches, and other circular forms. To draw a circle in perspective, first draw a perspective view of a square which circumscribes the circle. Construct the diagonals of the square. Indicate where the circle crosses the diagonals with additional lines parallel to the sides of the square. The larger the circle, the more subdivisions are necessary to ensure smoothness of the elliptical shape. A circle parallel to the picture plane remains a circle in perspective. A circle appears as a straight line when the perspective projectors radiating from the station point are parallel to the plane of the circle. In all other cases, circles appear as elliptical shapes in perspective.